Belgium cannot believe what has just happened. 2 disallowed goals, 2 Romelu Lukaku disallowed goals. He can't believe his luck. On another day, he probably could have scored 4 or 5, but it wasn't to be. This is Slovakia's night. It is the greatest night in their history. World number 48 has just beaten world number 42 at their opening game of Euro 2024. An incredible achievement. It looked like it might not go their way when Belgium thought they'd got an equaliser twice, but it wasn't to be. In Slovakia, those players running onto the pitch. It's true.
For the lesser nations to come into the competition,
I agree,
and beat the big nations.
Yeah.
What do we say? This is Belgium win, Belgium win, Belgium win. Enjoy that moment, and like they said in commentary, one draw and they're pretty much through to the knockout stage, and that is. I think a lot of them have probably already booked holidays. That's the sort of.
Let's be clear. Yes, I'm happy for them, but this is the first big upset of this tournament.
Absolutely,
It's the first. It is a huge upset. Slovakia have beaten Belgium 1-0. However, there was a couple of disallowed goals. VAR got involved twice. Patrice, we'll come to you on the first one. Such a tight offside call. Now, during the game, we didn't see the lines.
Yeah.
It's very, very close, isn't it?
No, it's very close. But to be honest, when I saw it, I was like, it's going to be offside. And yeah, it's a really close one. I'm so, disappointed for Lukaku because he's going to have 2 goals. Yeah, this is the new technology, the VAR. For this one, I agree 100%. The second one, when you're going to look at it, I don't agree at all. But yeah, it's offside again. But that's why Arsene Wenger is fighting to change the rules, because he's saying, when it's like a hands or a foot or even a hair, we shouldn't give offside. And I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you.
So you think it should be your whole body?
Your whole body.
Really?
Your whole body, because what that player could have done, nothing.
David's shaking his head.
Yeah, we
I don't agree. Arsene Wenger works for FIFA. That's why there's an argument.
Anyway, moving on. Shall we move on to the second goal? Because this disallowed one was the far more contentious. It was given for handball. Lewis Openda, as he was running through, he's the player that made the pass to Lukaku. You guys, both of you, I'll get both of your opinions on this, because neither of you can believe this was given as handball, can you?
But there's no chance this is a handball, because first of all, it's not intentional, and he got the defender pushing him, and this is like a natural movement with his hand. So that's why I said maybe Courtois is behind the VR tonight. Maybe Courtois is behind the VR. No, this is unacceptable. This is, for me, I will no chance giving an handball. He didn't score the goal. He finished. He did an amazing work, a great cross. Lukaku scored. This goal shouldn't be disallowed.
Are you surprised that the ref's gone to the monitor, had another look, and still given it as handball?
No, I'm not, because he's been asked to do that. I mean, the one thing we've got to understand here is it is handball. The question is this handball interfering or taking advantage of a situation? And according to the IFAB rules of 2021, a few years ago, this would not be considered a handball. The problem I think they've got is this new technology. We've got VAR. Well, I think this is EAR, because they're looking at sound waves. I mean, and everyone at home follows the cricket will understand exactly this sort of technology. But there is no way that has gained any kind of advantage. I think if he's running through one-on-one, and somehow he gets a touch and it gets in front of him, then fair enough. But he's not. He's still under pressure, still got to beat the defender, then puts the ball in, and this is the point. Slovakia are celebrating, rightly so, because the game has been given to them 1-0. But that should not have been 1-0. I think that is possibly the worst decision that I have seen from the officials in this competition, at least, to start with.
Yes.
Now, it wasn't Romelu Lukaku's night. Like I said, on another day, he would have scored 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. Patrice, what did you make of his performance overall? Was he just a little bit unlucky tonight?
Unlucky, I feel like even he was cursed, because, okay, this is like an early chance. He could have put it in the caliber of Lukaku. But after that, he scored 2 goals and they get disallowed. But he must be so frustrated. This one, of course, I think he should do better. But I know about his first touch. But what a massive frustration day for Lukaku. He was all the game on in his head. And again, this one another chance. Like you say, Olivier, he should have scored 4 or 5 goals. Today we won't be surprised.
Yeah, the thing is, because he hasn't scored any, they've lost 1-0, then every one of those chances should have gone in. Had he scored 2 goals and missed all the others, then he would have had a good game. The most disappointing thing, I think, for him would have been, I mean, we see his numbers there, 2 shots on target. The most disappointing thing were the shots that he didn't have, i.e. the ones where he's one-on-one. There was the one that we saw there. There was one later on in that first half where he went through one-on-one, took it too far past Bradka. And I think it was Trossard's chip afterwards which went over the bar. So it's the bits that don't show in the figures which were probably more disappointing than disallowed goals, because in the end he just knocked the ball in the back of the net and it was someone else who disallowed it for him.
Yeah, a really frustrating night for Romelu Lukaku, but what a night it was for Slovakia. Let's rewind to their opening goal, their winning goal. Ivan Šranc scored it, his first international goal. And what a way to do it, Patrice.
Yeah, but amazing gift from Doku. Like I say,
you're really frustrated with Doku, aren't you?
It was unbelievable. Like, doing those kind of mistakes, you know, at that kind of level. And like I said, I've been there. I don't want to be too harsh on the player. But this is, come on.
But the thing is, the ball he's tried to play is actually harder than the ball that he should have played. He's lay it square to your defender partner instead of doing like the little flick-flack and knocking it in front of him. I mean, unfortunately for Castells there, he can't do anything. It's a wonderful finish.
Even the scorer, like, so he doesn't even believe it. Like, if you see his first reaction, it's like, what's going on? Early Christmas, or what's going on here? So, no, well played for Slovakia. We can debate all night, actually, at the end. Like they say, for them, this is a history. You could see the fan, the player. Amazing jump. Congratulations to all the Slovakia.
Yeah, I think we can go on about technology, but in the end, everything else they did in this game was superb. Clearances off the line, players getting kneed in the head, everything. I mean, they were falling down a lot, but that was
playing their life.
100% effort.
Playing their life.
Yeah, we can have a look at some of their defending now, because they were resilient. They defended together. It was a brilliant performance in terms of the whole team, wasn't it? A togetherness in that squad, Patrice.
Of course. They play for their country. They play for their family. They play for their teammate, for the manager, for the staff. That's what I feel when I see the Slovakia performance today. So when you put your heart, you deserve to win. That's the...
This, funny enough, reminds me when we beat you in the FA Cup, 1-0. Clearances off the line. We weren't the better team against Manchester United.
You want to talk about that?
No, but it was one of those games where the better team didn't
But
win.
actually, I'm happy you're talking about that game. This is one of my, I would say, most disappointment of my United career, because we play like the third team. I think Ferguson underestimated Portsmouth. Even Rio Ferdinand end up in goal. I remember that game. I was in the bench. I came the last 15 minutes. I was so angry because we wanted to win every trophy. And yes, thanks to...
David ruined it.
David ruined it.
No. Defenders on the line. But this is the reason I brought up the parallel. You played in the game. We weren't the better team. United had all the chances. We had all the clearances. And in the end, we celebrate. And this is what Slovakia have got now. One more win or a draw, they go into the knockouts.
But
I mean, this is dreamland.
Why you have to talk about Portsmouth and United?
Because it's the same. Defensive rigidity.
So
of course.
if I wasn't here, you will tell the same things to Olivier.
No, I saved it for you.
Oh, you saved it? Okay.
I feel like we could be here all night if we let these two just carry on. Right, it's time for our player of the match, though. And talking of goal line clearances, how good was this one from David Hansko?
Emergency defending, as you'd like to call it, when your body's just on the line and you're doing whatever it takes to keep that ball out of the back of the net. But again, Jeremy Duncan just getting around the corner here, challenging that near post space. Good save, but ultimately, numbers on the line behind the goalkeeper. It's just perfect.
That was David Hansko with an incredible goal line clearance. And talk about putting your body on the line and even getting a knee in the head from one of your teammates. That says everything you need to know about this Slovakia performance, doesn't it?
No, exactly. This resume, that's the Slovakia performance. You know, they were ready to die. He saved the ball on the line. His teammate knocked him with his knee, like stay on the floor. They were ready. They were ready to suffer. They even, I think, enjoy suffering. And at the end, they deserve those 3 points.
David, as a goalkeeper, is that exactly what you want from your defenders? When you're not on the line,
that's what you need, and especially when your goalkeeper isn't having the best of games. I mean, Hanko there, we could see this scene on WWE. That the knee to the head.
Which you can watch on Sony Sports.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, look, this is everything that Slovakia needed in today's game. they got, including that right at the end with the clearance. Superb, love it.
Absolutely brilliant. Right, it's time to relive these incredible winning moments from Slovakia's huge win over Belgium. What a night it was for Slovakia. Those fans, the players, everyone involved with that national team are never going to forget that moment. World number 48 has just beaten world number 2. Slovakia have got an incredible win over Belgium, and it puts them in such a good position in Group E with 3 points, just like Romania, who beat Ukraine earlier on today. Now we can have a look at the results, because it's been a bit of a day of upsets, hasn't it? Everyone thought Ukraine were going to win that early game. Romania won 3-0 in Munich. Belgium, of course, losing 1-0 to Slovakia. I don't want to say it, but could potentially there be another upset in the third game, Patrice?
Oh, Olivia. Olivia, don't get carried away. We're talking about Les Bleus. So no chance.
It was an incredible, record-breaking night for Slovakia, opening night of their Euros campaign.
Thoughts about Manchester United and Everton? The erstwhile great Manchester United are still seesawing. A draw with Spurs on the 14th of January saw them win 5 straight games, albeit most of them just barely. Then came the awful loss to Fulham on the 24th of February, in which they played a lacklustre game. Then came Sunday's derby, where they lose 1-3 to the current league champions Manchester City, a game where they go a goal ahead, defend brilliantly for 50 minutes, eventually capitulating to the obviously better class of their rival. Regarding the manager Erik ten Hag, there are still many complaints from pundits left and right. The lack of clear sense of direction or style of play, lack or poor quality of man management, and constant poor recruitment of players. Since the 25% takeover of Man United by Jim Ratcliffe, it was hoped that Man United will progress to a more successful direction under his watch. Some pundits even think that Ten Hag might even be replaced come next season. Yet the stats show that he did not do too badly. He managed 61 wins in all competitions in his first 100 games, which actually is better record than either Mikel Arteta with 54 and Jurgen Klopp with 50.
Thoughts on Arsenal and Tottenham? If not for that 1-week blip where they lost to Aston Villa and bow out of the Champions League, Arsenal have been by far the most impressive team this season. They have the best defensive record. They blow teams away by huge margin of goals, which leave them with the top goal difference, worth a point at least. Even after that week of disappointment, they are now pretty much faultless. It is not their choice, however. They have to be, because reigning champions Manchester City have games in hand, which if they win all the remaining games, there is nothing Arsenal can do about it. They will be crowned champions for the 4th consecutive time. But the way Arsenal played this season, it will be a shame if they did not win the Premier League.